Tail of the tape. Much younger is Cole Henning. The height advantage goes to Henning. The reach is the same. Shogun DJEMBO, Cole Henning in this one. The man with the microphone with the introductions, Shane the Duke Wellington.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is 3 rounds in the EFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his pro debut. He stands 1.68 meters tall, weighing in at 70 kilograms. Fighting out of Hatfield, Pretoria, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Shogun DJEMBO. And now introducing his opponent. He's fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer with a professional record of 2 wins. He stands 1.74 meters tall, weighing in at 70 kilograms. Fighting out of Brooklyn, Pretoria, Cole, the Hitman Henning. And when the action begins, our referee in charge is Vickers Swart.
And RDG specialist in differential and gearbox repair bring you the beautiful hexagon girls. That is Michelle. It is Cole the Hitman Henning taking on Shogun DJEMBO.
Shogun, you ready? Cole, ready?
Lightweight matchup. Let's get this thing underway here at the Big Top Arena. Cole Henning not wasting any time. This round brought to you by Bear Claw Energy. Unleash the power of the bear. That's exactly what Henning is doing. Dominating right now is the Hitman, but a great takedown.
Great takedown by
Didn't see that one coming. Very impressive.
There's definitely some judo in his repertoire in Shogun DJEMBO.
But how quickly did Cole Henning get back to his feet? He may have spent 1 second on his back and he was right back up.
And he's looking for that takedown as Cole Henning. He's got, looks like he does have his hands clasped together. Good takedown defense by Shogun.
Yeah. Great.
Begging for that single leg drag takedown, but DJEMBO's having absolutely none of it.
You know, one thing you got to talk about, how about the activity and how often he is getting inside the hexagon. Cole Henning, this is the 3rd time in 4 of Shogun. What a
Henning looking to close the gap and looks for that takedown, and good sprawl by Shogun, and Henning is just pushing and pushing for that takedown. And now he finally gets it.
The tenacity pays off, the persistence, and Cole Henning now on top. We've seen it before. He could be a very difficult fighter to get off of you. Very fast, very jittery, almost kind of reminds you of a
Frankie Edgar. Takes the back, he's going to get that one hook in. Cole Henning. Just technically.
They all add up, Dirk. You cannot discredit body shot.
Cole Henning
deep
breaths here. Shogun looking the fitter of the two. Inside leg kick. He should chase that up with a couple of punches.
Look at that face, man. He is just stalking. He just looks like he is ready to knock out Cole Henning.
Big knee as well by Shogun.
The knees have been the key when you're talking about Shogun DJEMBO. Oh, he ate a nice right hand from Henning in that exchange. He doesn't want to leave himself wide open. Those hands are way down.
Big inside leg kick.
Whoa, watch out!
DJEMBO's looking for that guillotine.
And he's in a good position there up against the fence, Shogun DJEMBO.
Looks like he's got his hands clasped together. He might be able to crank this thing from here. Terrible position for Henning to be in.
I don't think he's not underneath the chin.
He has let go of it.
He has to watch out because Henning's very quick and very sneaky.
Knee to the body and a couple of big shots by DJEMBO. Henning will have to dig deep here.
Wow.
DJEMBO also taking some deep breaths, both these guys, but it has been a frantic fight. And look at that right thigh of Cole Henning. It's a mess from those leg kicks.
Ooh, that was
Superman
stuck.
Punch.
He really connected with that Superman punch.
I highly doubt he's doing that. He actually looks like he's getting a little bit frustrated from where he's sitting. And Henning shoots for the takedown, and now DJEMBO looks to lock something up.
Perfect position for a guillotine if he could get under it. But he doesn't even go for it. He doesn't even have the energy to go after that guillotine. And with
30 seconds remain.
Round 2's still up in the air.
Certainly.
And this is not a good idea. He should have stayed on Henning and finished him off.
Absolutely.
Bad move here. for a guy that has been incredible.
I think that's an experience thing. That's where that comes in, making your debut. It's just, these are the small little things that afterwards you'll look at the tape and you'll go, damn, I should have done that.
You are absolutely right. 10 seconds left. Who's going to finish that strong? Shogun there. Does he have a little bit left?
Kick. Big shot landed by both. Pay dividends, those big kicks where the shin lands on the thigh, inside or outside. The ones on the inside hurt a lot more than the ones on the outside. Yeah, Shogun DJEMBO just sort of got stronger as the fight progressed.
Well, and then all of a sudden it was gone. That last 2 minutes,
all
he was done.
All
but it was good because his opponent was in the exact same position. Thank goodness.
No doubt. I think
there's that big Superman.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decisions. Judge Block scores this bout 29-28 Jembo. Judge Oldcamp scores this bout 29-28 Henning. And Judge Ptolemy scores this bout 29-28, declaring the winner by split decision, Shogun DJEMBO.
Really roughing up Pope Jembo. Regis Muyambo looking like a brand new fighter in this one, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head. He's just roughing him up. Almost sort of bullying Pope Jembo, the physically more stronger man between the two of them. He certainly hasn't backed down, and he's landed some really clean shots. Jembo wants to spin around here and get into the guard of Muyambo, but he is not going to allow for that. He's got the over under control still on that right arm. Now he pops it loose. Looking for the rear naked now is Regis. lot of time to work. Good rear naked defense so far from Jembo. Trying to pop that right arm free. Regis wants to use his leg as another arm to try and trap that right arm. He might actually have this in. It's not quite underneath the chin.
Oh, Jembo doing a great job.
Good defense. He's doing all the right things. He's attacking the wrist. He's not allowing Regis to settle in and actually get it in deep.
See the strength of the wrist control by Pope Jembo. Not letting Muyambo go for that submission attempt. But how long can you defend before you give it up? It's so tough to continue to defend. Even the most accomplished grapplers can only go for so long before they leave it open.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Regis is doing everything right. He's landing some shots. He's softening him up. He's trying to create the situation, create the opportunity to go in for that rear naked. In any event, Regis is winning this round, and he's winning it big.
Possibly just demoralizing Pope Jembo.
Has to be careful with those heel stomps. Very close to the groin area.
Slowing down a little bit in this one, as Regis Muyambo has controlled the back for nearly 2 minutes time. Pope Jembo just in defensive mode, doing a great job.
Survival mode, and he's done well. He hasn't been submitted, but he also hasn't been able to do that, which he has now done. 20 seconds remaining. Now he can work, try and possibly steal around that. Regis, a very good armbar from the bottom. Attempts it now. Can Jembo break the hold? Does Regis have this?
He's got
Might
that
have
arm.
this in. 10 seconds remaining.
Tough spot for Pope Jembo. Can he survive?
Can he hold on? Regis wants to reset, so he doesn't quite have it. Oh.
Is Pope Jembo looking to turn the tables on Regis Muyambo?
Let's go.
What's the story going to be of this fight? Are we going to see a more aggressive Pope Jembo? Is he going to be able to get inside that reach? 13-centimeter reach advantage for Regis Muyambo.
Good right hand landed by Jembo. Regis is tough though, and he's been in there with some really, really good guys.
Yeah, a guy you're going to see in our main event, Don Madge. Regis Muyambo is actually the beginning of that revitalization of Don Madge that we've seen in our main event.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where Don sort of found his stride again. Really looking forward to that main event.
Oh yeah, can't come soon enough. But I'll tell you, in between, a lot of big fights with big implications.
Nice stiff jab by Pope Jembo. Both guys just taking their time now. Nice leg kick by Jembo, and then gets out the way from a wild swing of Regis. Maybe he's getting his sort of comfort zone now. He's getting a good spot for himself.
Just missing there with the outside leg kick of Regis Muyambo. Hasn't quite hit his groove yet in round number 2, about 90 seconds in.
But Jembo swinging wildly here.
Jembo looking to make it an ugly fight. Big looping right hands, and if they land, could put anybody to sleep.
His leg kick is certainly working, and there he goes again, inside and outside leg kicks.
You know, it almost looks like this older, more grizzled adult when you take a look at a guy like Jembo. It looks like a kid, you know what I mean? And he still is so young.
Going nowhere, looking to get the change in the scramble, but now Regis again finds himself in the top position. 3 minutes to work, which is a lot of time.
Could have easily flipped all the way over. Great wherewithal by Regis Muyambo to stay on top of Pope Jembo, and now clearly in side control and jumped in.
He's going to look to finish here as Regis Muyambo. Pope Jembo's in a bad spot here.
I almost thought they were full mount. He might try to isolate an arm and put him away. Pope Jembo, is he going to be able to continue? He's looking over at Vikas Swart like possibly get me out, but no.
Holding on is Pope Jembo.
Could possibly explode here and be on top.
I'm not sure if it looks like he wants to tap, but he's definitely looking over at the referee, whether he's telling him he's fine, he wants to continue, or what's going on there. It's strange. And now Regis again looking for that submission. Jembo trying to break his hand, hold again.
You know, the hooks
Muyambo now squeezing, but the chin is not quite underneath, but that is still tight.
Just cranking, he's cranking on the neck of Pope Jembo, but Pope Jembo has such strength, such grit with those hands.
Out again.
Yeah, you got to believe, just focus on the strikes at this point if you're not able to get that choke. He's certainly slowing down the big man, Pope Jembo.
The Pope Jembo's in a very, very bad compromised spot here.
You know, the hooks are in real tight. And there it is.
And
no,
Jembo
just not enough.
Manages to pop out. And Regis goes straight back for the over under control on that right arm. Minute 14 odd remains. Another big round for Regis Muyambo.
If you're one of these Duplessis brothers, you got to be telling Pope Jembo to explode. The hooks aren't in real tight right now by Regis Muyambo. Not a lot of pressure. It seems like if he could really work in an explosion, he could just reverse that and be on top. Easier said than done, and there it is.
Yeah, as soon as he was able to actually break the hold with the arms around his neck. And now it's going to work. He's got 45 seconds remaining in the second round. He's going to have to do a lot here to try and steal his round away from Regis Muyambo.
We also saw at the end of round 1 how quickly Regis Muyambo can get those legs up and isolate an arm.
And you can see he's already working on he's got the wrist control on the left-hand side of Pope Jembo. Look for him to explode here. Shrimp swivel the hips, fire up that submission.
Big elbow to the top of the head by Regis Muyambo from the bottom. But here comes the big bomb by Pope Jembo. Regis could be in trouble. You don't want to eat too many of those.
Not landing any of them, though. He swung very, very hard. He landed maybe one out of all of those shots.
Pope Jembo is going to walk away and wait for the stand-up. Interesting strategy by Pope Jembo. Seemed like he had an opening there, and he didn't quite capitalize on it. We see any desperation out of Pope Jembo. Obviously, Dricus du Plessis, he's been in that hex many times before. He has to be telling him, you are down 2 rounds, you better go for it.
Absolutely. Pope Jembo seems to be the one that's breathing a bit harder out of the 2 guys.
See the smile, you see the show of respect between the 2 fighters. At the end of the day, they are martial artists.
Pope Jembo starting off with a nice 1-2. He has to avoid being taken down again, no doubt about that. He struggled on the ground with Regis.
Beautiful body shot, big left hook to the body by Pope Jembo. Can he turn the tables on young Regis Muyambo? Body's open.
That leg kick is working and he fires it off again. He's not going to finish the fight like that.
Possibly setting something up, though. Walking down, reaches Muyambo. Pope Jembo. Oh, he set up that big left.
Beautiful, beautiful with the left hand. Big leg kick. That was Shin digging deep into the thigh.
But also was met with a left jab there by Regis Muyambo.
Has to avoid the takedown, manages to do so. Regis also slowing down a little bit.
Right over the top of Pope Jembo. He misses with that one. Now you are seeing that desperation. He is certainly getting up to the challenge here in round number 3. And a big spinning kick.
I don't know
Couldn't
why
quite finish
trying
it.
the fancy stuff. He got taken down when he did that earlier in the second round, and now again in the third round. He puts himself in a compromising position when he was just striking normally. He was winning the fight in the scramble, and now he gets the top position.
This could be a big change in the fight, a turn of the tides here for Pope Jembo, now on top and seemingly in control, but he does have to isolate the legs of Regis Muyambo. Just like that, he could be in an armbar situation or a triangle.
Absolutely.
Very
Regis,
crafty submission artist.
very dangerous from the bottom position is Regis. Very active guard, a very dangerous guard. So Jembo has to try and push him up against the fence, posture up, land a couple of shots, and close the distance again. Don't give Regis the opportunity to move. At the same time, he has to throw caution to the wind here. If he wants to get the victory, he has to get the finish in this round, which he's now trying to do, landing some good hammer fists. But Regis is trying to set up the armbar.
Bad spot for Pope Jembo. This is what Regis does. And he gets
Jembo
out of
pops
there.
out
Smart
again.
move.
He's happy to get it back standing, and he was certainly winning here in the stand-up exchanges. 2 minutes 30 remain.
Look at the eyes of Pope Jembo just walking down Regis Muyambo. That cold stare.
Both guys visibly tired. They'll have to dig deep here.
Quite understand. You think 15 minutes isn't a long time, but inside that hex, it's a big deal. He shook off the right hand, but how long can he shake off the strikes of Pope Jembo? Now things are starting to pick up.
This. He does. Top position, and Pope Jembo struggled from this position for the majority of the time when he's been taken down. So Regis can certainly just try and ride it out here, possibly even look for the finish himself. Tries to push him up against the fence. In the half guard, Pope Jembo desperately needs to get back to his feet here if he's got any chance of trying to get the victory. Regis now unloading.
He's not landing though. Good defense by Pope Jembo. I don't know that he's necessarily in trouble, but he's taking a few unanswered shots. Victor Swartz watching very closely.
Pope Jembo now desperately trying for the reversal. He's trying to get a hold of the hand, but Regis has shown great top control in this fight.
It doesn't matter how strong you are sometimes. If you're in a bad position like that, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Can't just power out of everything all the time. But that being said, Pope Jembo manages to get back to his feet. Regis Muyambo wailing on the body with that right hand. And now Pope Jembo, big takedown, and he's in the side control position.
Judo maneuver gets him down to the ground, uses the momentum, and now Pope Jembo back at top with enough time to operate. 45 seconds if he gets busy.
And he has to get very busy very quickly. Great spot for him if he can posture up, land some big hammer fists. He can get the victory, and Regis has done a great job so far in this fight to not allow his opponent to do exactly that.
Looked like he was really in a good spot for maybe a head and arm choke there, that arm triangle, but he didn't attempt it. Definitely a good submission move for a power fighter.
Now,
and here comes the hammer
the
fist.
finisher.
Regis Muyambo better keep moving. He is in danger with 10 seconds left.
Looks like he's going to survive this. It was just not enough by Pope Jembo. Too little, too late.
What a fight as Pope Jembo finishes by banging on the head of Regis Muyambo.
If we had another 20 seconds, anything could have happened. Right. But Regis Muyambo certainly looked like a different fighter tonight. He was on point. His groundwork was impeccable.
That's the story of the fight. That's the story of the fight.
Absolutely. It was the control he showed, the top control, the bottom control. And also his stand-up in that first round was really very good, on point.
He needs to explore that more. He really needs to work that stand-up because he was throwing some accurate, nice shots, and he has incredible reach for a guy his size, really long arms, if he can get him going.
Here's Pope Jembo with that was a great takedown and manages in the scramble to keep the top position.
There's a big knee.
He landed some big hard shots in this third and final round. Some good leg kicks, nice sprawl as well. And this is towards the end of the round where he was so desperately trying to get the finish. He landed a couple of really nice punches. Hammer fist to the cranium.
I think
not enough.
Well, what it comes down to is both these guys need to be a division down.
Yeah,
that's just the end of the day. That's just the end of the day. If they want to be successful in this sport, I don't know that they really have that size for the lightweight division. These guys are featherweights. That being said, they put on a show for us tonight here in Cape Town. The whole crowd enjoying it. Any MMA fan would appreciate a fight like that. Two guys giving it their all. A nice comeback by Pope Jembo in the third round. Let's send it up to Shane the Duke Wellington. Let's get our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Regis Frosty Muyambo.
I'm here with you, winner Regis Muyambo. Regis, a great